The Lakers are on the hunt for a game-changing big man, and whispers about a potential trade have fans buzzing. Could a young center from Utah be the answer to Anthony Davis's plea to return to his natural 4 spot? With the trade deadline looming, the stakes are high, and the excitement is palpable. If you want to dive deeper into this developing story and stay ahead of the game, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button for all the latest Lakers news. Anthony Davis has once again made his feelings clear. The Lakers need another big man. This time, he's looking at the Utah Jazz's Walker Kessler as a potential solution. With the trade deadline looming just around the corner on February 6th, this is the moment for the Lakers to make a move, especially with Davis keen to shift back to the 4 spot where he believes he can thrive. Davis pointed to the success of the 2019-20 championship squad, which featured a formidable frontcourt duo of JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard, as evidence that he performs best with a big man alongside him. In light of this, reports suggest that the Lakers are actively pursuing upgrades, but the path to acquiring Kessler could be fraught with challenges. Rival scouts and front office insiders are skeptical about the Lakers making a substantial move, suggesting that a half-measure trade, perhaps just a couple of second-round picks, seems more likely than a blockbuster deal involving both of their future first-round picks. Other targets like Nikola Vucevic and Jonas Valanciunas have been mentioned, but they don't fit the long-term vision the Lakers have for the roster. Kessler, however, is a different story. At 23, he's young and on a rookie-scale contract, which makes him an interesting target, not just for the Lakers, but for other teams as well. His impressive defensive stats, averaging over 2 blocks per game and holding a high defensive plus-minus, make him a valuable asset. Yet, it's Jazz CEO Danny Ainge's notoriously high asking price that complicates things. Every time the Lakers express interest, they're met with resistance, which is hardly surprising given Ainge's history of demanding a king's ransom for his players. Now, let's talk fit. Kessler's offensive game is still developing. He primarily scores close to the basket, and his three-point shooting leaves much to be desired. He's also struggled at the free throw line, but the upside is undeniable. He's effective around the rim and brings tremendous shot-blocking capabilities, which would bolster the Lakers' defense significantly. Pair him with Davis, and you could have a formidable front court, though it may take some time for them to find synergy on offense. The Lakers' ability to match salaries in a deal is straightforward. With players like Christian Wood and Jalen Hood-Schifino on modest salaries, they can easily align their financials with Kessler's rookie deal. The real question will be what the Lakers are willing to part with in terms of draft picks. They have the option of offering up to 3 future swap picks, which could be enticing for the Jazz, especially considering the uncertainty of their future with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. However, in the grand scheme, there's a tension here. With James nearing the end of his illustrious career and Davis's own future in question, do the Lakers really want to risk their long-term assets on a player who, while talented, might not be the perfect fit alongside Davis? It's a gamble, and I'm torn on whether it's the right move. The Jazz have shown they're willing to capitalize on aging star power, as evidenced by their recent trade for 3 first-round picks from the Suns. If they believe a 2031 unprotected first-round pick from the Lakers could yield similar upside, the Lakers might find themselves in a tight spot in negotiations. The potential trade between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Chicago Bulls is creating quite the buzz, and I can't help but feel a mix of excitement and caution as I analyze this possible move. The Lakers have been on a roller coaster ride this season, currently sitting as the number 5 seed in the Western Conference with a 24-18 record. With LeBron James and Anthony Davis driving the ship, the front office is under pressure to make moves that could elevate this team into serious championship contention. But here's the catch. Rob Pelinka is grappling with the idea of sacrificing future assets to make that happen. The Bulls, on the other hand, find themselves in a different predicament. After starting the season with hopes of competing, they now face the reality of needing to tank to secure their future. With the threat of losing their first-round pick to the Spurs, they've got to pivot, and fast. This puts them in a position to offload key players in exchange for valuable assets. Enter the Lakers. The proposed trade would send Kobe White, Nikola Vucevic, and Torrey Craig to Los Angeles, while the Bulls would receive Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt, along with a first-round pick in 2031 and a couple of second-round picks. This trade could be a game-changer for both teams. For the Lakers, this deal addresses some glaring holes in the roster. Vucevic is having a fantastic season, averaging over 20 points and 10 rebounds, and shooting more than 41% from three. Pairing him with Anthony Davis could create a dynamic frontcourt that would be a nightmare for opposing teams. Can you imagine the kind of mismatches they would create? Then there's Kobe White. Averaging 18.2 points, 3.4 rebounds, and 4.7 assists, he could be the guard who not only contributes now, but also has a future with the franchise beyond LeBron and AD. This is a pivotal moment for him, his first real shot at making a mark on a contender. And let's not overlook Torrey Craig. While he's not going to be the star of the show, his versatility as a forward brings necessary depth, especially as a small ball center option. He could provide those crucial minutes off the bench that every championship-caliber team needs. Now, I have to ask, is this the right move? On paper, it looks fantastic. It's a middle ground trade that gives the Lakers the boost they need without going all in on a superstar that could disrupt team chemistry. But it comes with risks. Sacrificing future picks is always a gamble, especially when you consider how quickly things can change in the NBA. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. Looking at the Bulls, this trade sets them up for a more sustainable future. They need to accumulate assets, and the Lakers' 2031 first-round pick is a goldmine. Rui Hachimura, while a solid player, is likely a short-term solution for Chicago. They need to keep adding pieces that will help them tank effectively and rebuild, and this trade allows them to do just that. Both franchises are at crossroads, and this deal could steer them in very different directions. The Lakers are on a mission to solidify their playoff position and make a deep run, while the Bulls are eyeing a rebuild that could take a few years. It's fascinating to see how one trade could potentially shape the futures of both teams. So, what do you all think? Is this the right path for the Lakers? I want to hear your opinions down below. How do you feel about the potential impact of this trade on the team's championship aspirations? And how do you see it affecting the Bulls' long-term strategy? Before you go, don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow Lakers fans, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates. Make sure to activate the notification bell so you never miss a moment of Lakers news. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. Your thoughts matter.